Good morning, students. Here, this side again, Jitender Singh, and newly appointed your science teacher, and I'll be taking your chemistry portion of grade 10. So here, let me start with. So today we are going to start with the chapter 1 of science, where you need to give some concentration today because I'm going to make a short videos so that you can go through and collect the information. Afterwards I'll just giving few exercise. You should try to do that. So okay, we are going to start this chapter chemical reaction and equation, but before I should go for this exercise, I want you just think about one example, because you have done that in your ninth class. What is chemical change and physical change? It is related. So I'm giving one example, like if you got one paper and you teared it up into the two pieces, and if you see it, so it is still a paper. It is the first case. Now second case, you got one more paper and you burnt it up, you got a ash afterwards. Now in first case, if I see, after tearing it out, even in two pieces or whatever pieces you are supposed to do, you got same paper. Still it is same paper, I will say paper it is. But yes, in the second case, when you have just burned out that page and now you got black color ash now. So it is totally different, it's no more a paper. So in first case, it is a physical change where only some measurement has gotten, but basic element, compound, whatever, it is same. The substance is same, no change has came in. But in the second case, the substance got changed. It's all the characters has changed into something new. So yes, in the first case, whatever physical was there, it's clear to you. In second, chemical change had happened, you got this. So here today we are going to just discuss about chemical reaction and equations in this chapter. Let me see the first slide. So in this slide, let me go back what we have discussed. Changes, two types are there. The first is physical and second is chemical. In physical, you torn out paper into two pieces. In chemical, you burn that paper and you got ash afterwards. So in this chapter, we'll go for this chemical changes, a chemical reaction. So in that, first we'll go characteristics. If some changes have happened, if chemical changes had happened, so what change you will see in? So here 5 points has been given, like gas will evolve up as a result, precipitate will come up, or color will get changed, or temperature will get changed, maybe it become warm, or maybe the state will get changed. Now let me go for the next part, that equation will go for chemical equations, how to make them, and is it skeletal or a balanced one. Skeletal or balanced is same, so we'll go through in this part. Now type, how many types of reactions are there? So here it is, five types has been given, where the first is synthesis, or the combination, it's same, means something is going to combine. Second is decomposition, means breaking down into smaller one. Now third is displacement. In simple word, if we go for it, is just a shifting of element from one to another. Fourth is double displacement, where two element has displaced. So now oxidation reduction. In oxidation reduction, from the name it is very clear, oxidation is addition of oxygen somewhere, and reduction addition of hydrogen. A last effect of oxidation and reduction. So in this chapter we'll cover up these all. So today we are going for just recap which we have done in ninth, because it is totally related what we are going to do today. So what we have seen in that concept map, so let me see in content. So first, there is the characteristics of chemical reaction, that these are the topics we are getting: chemical equation balancing, type of chemical reaction, effect of oxidation and reduction. These all are the content of this chapter, but today we are going to do one recap. Afterwards we'll go one by one to all topics. So let me see, in the ninth class you have done Let me see. In the ninth class, you have done these elements, their symbol, their atomic number, number of proton, neutron, electron, and electronic distribution. So its configuration has been given down. So distribution of electron has been given, or electronic configuration you can say. And at the last, valency. So you should know from 1 to 20, first 20 elements, their name, their symbol, their atomic number, and their electronic configuration and valency. I hope you all know this. So you should go through once before we just going to start in next video or chapter. So before it, let me go for one recap. According to Bohr's model of atom, hydrogen atom, its structure is this way. Then helium was having two electrons outside, and at the mid it is a neutron. Nucleus, and in nucleus, neutron and proton is there. Outside it is electron, which is a small dot. Same like lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon is there. So let me see, you have even can do the calcium afterwards. So next portion, which is very important, ions. After making the atomic structure, you must know how the ion forms. So ion, there are the two type, cation or anion. Cation stands for the positive ions and anion stands for the negative ions. So here we are taking one example like sodium. Its atomic number is 11, and if you go for electronic configuration, it will go for 2, 8, and 1. So that the first shell is totally covered. In second, 8 are there, so this shell is already covered. But in last, we required 8. Here is only 1. It's better to lose than it take a lot of energy to take 7 more than releasing 1 easily. So it will release 1. So who donates, just assume because we are having this type of uh, means understanding in our society, like whosoever donates, so he feels good, means he is good for the society, and we treat him as a big one, means big hearted, kind one, or we have a lot of respect for that person. So that respect shown by this positive. Whosoever donate, if somebody donates, so he gets the respect from all. So that's the positive. It's a way to learn. So if it release out or lose out 1 electron, so it will get sodium 1 positive, means as many electrons it will lose, that much ions or this sign, positive sign, will get over it. But condition is there that it should have that much. Like if it is having 2, if it will release 2 out, so it will get 2 positive. But here, according to sodium, it has only 1 extra electron, so it has lose down and get the stability, because it has in second orbit all 8, and now it's become sodium ion and fulfilled its outer shell. Now if I go for next one more example, but is about anion. So how does anion forms? One example, we got chlorine. Okay, L is capital, it should be small, C capital, small, L. Atom, chlorine atom is having 17 protons or 17 neutrons. If I go for, so at the mid, so proton and neutrons are there. But if I go for electron, so it is having even 17, means 1 is less. So electronic configuration of chlorine is 17, but for the stability it requires 1 more. So it will take from somewhere, means as I told you, those who borrow money or take something from someone, so they actually supposed to be bent down. So here this negative sign comes. If you take this sign, negative comes, just relate in the real life. You take something from somebody, so you feel a bit negative or bent down. So here the chlorine is there. Chlorine has taken one electron to get the stability in outer octet, so it got totally 8 outside. So and below it it is 8 then 2, so it got complete octet after getting one more electron. But this electron has added one negative. One is understood, if it is not written, so it means one negative is already there by default. So this is the same structure here, chlorine negative, and it got one as a negative. So these all portion you should know how an element convert into ions, and learn this worksheet which I'm leaving, because at this point I'm leaving, because till